Das sind Fotos von einer Insel im Südpazifik.
Wo sich Mythos und Wissenschaft begegnen.
Wir erschüttern den Boden mit Sprengstoff. Das hilft uns, die Insel zu kartografieren.
Sie werfen Bomben ab.
The background of the movie is the Vietnam War in the 70s, and I think this feeling is very strongly featured in the movie, but how does it fit together with a monster movie?
In my mind, it's a thing for Kong to be a specific age or a specific size, and when we find him in another iteration down the line, in another time period, he will have grown to the right size to be the right adversary for the right monster at that time. Interesting time to set a movie in terms of being in an exotic place, leaving an exotic war, and putting you in a particular place on the planet where, you know, it's kind of mysterious and exotic anyway, and a cloud-shrouded island that, you know, I guess nobody's seen, or they know it's there, but they don't know it's there. They don't want anybody else to know it's there. That's a big question with John Goodman saying, well, we knew something was out there, but we didn't want to tell anybody. So that doesn't mean that there's not still uncharted something out there, too.
Ist das ein Affe?
Rückzug!
There's the scene when Kong looks in the water and sees the mirroring of his image, and he seems so human-like. Why do you think is Kong so often considered a monster in the movie history?
I think it's that duality that people love, actually, that initially he seems terrifying, a terrifying monster that we should be frightened of. But then we feel for him because he's a creature with feelings and autonomy, and that sometimes he's just misunderstood, and human beings are interrupting the balance of his world, and perhaps we should leave him alone.
Überwältigend.
Sie wussten, dass das Ding hier draußen ist?
Tut mir leid Ihre Männer, Colonel. Aber wenn Ihr Opfer einen Sinn haben soll, bringen Sie uns nach Hause. Mit Beweisen, dass Monster existieren.
Wow, 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 wow. Ihr Freund da, nimmt die besser runter.
Your character was 28 years on the island. What did he do all the time?
Well, he became a pacifist by becoming friends with the Japanese pilot that he went down fighting. He became friends with the Iwi people, which is the native people of Skull Island. Tried to build a boat. I mean, what would you do for 28 years, you know? I would imagine there's long periods of time where you're just kind of stuck in a rut, you know, just trying to figure out how to keep yourself sane. But he manages to survive. That's the important part, I guess.
Was zum Teufel ist das hier?
Das ist Kong. Er ist hier der König. Kong ist ein ganz guter König. Er bleibt meist für sich. Aber man betritt nicht einfach ein fremdes Haus und wirft mit Bomben, außer man will Streit.
What's the special bond between Weaver and Kong? Can you explain it?
Well, I think because she goes into that situation with a lot of heart and compassion, and that's something that Kong picks up on without words. You know, they don't speak the same vocal language, but I think they speak something that is deeper than that and that doesn't need words. And so they connect on that level, and they both recognize that they both want to protect each other.
Kong ist Gott auf der Insel, aber die Teufel leben unter uns.
Und wie heißen die?
Ich nenne sie Schädelkriecher.
Wieso?
Ich habe den Namen noch nie laut ausgesprochen. Klingt albern jetzt, wo ich es sage. Nennt sie, wie ihr wollt.
What's your favorite monster in the movie?
I mean, obviously Kong and the skull crawler things are the most exciting to watch, but I was really inspired by the more benign creatures on the island, like the water buffalo and the stick insect, and even the spider, you know, these things that you wouldn't expect to see on the island, and those animals give you a sense of the overall ecosystem of the island. You know, it's not just terrible things that want to eat you. There's also just other beings that are trying to survive on the island as well.
I really love the buffalo. There's a giant buffalo, and I think it's just so beautiful and so unexpected.
My favorite monster, it's not really a monster, but I love the water buffalo because it's initially frightening and then it's really peaceful and serene. I love that scene. Yeah.
Kong versus Loki. Who would win and why?
Kong in a second. No question. No question. I think Loki might, he might last a little while. And I think, because Loki has powers of duplication, and Kong would be quite destabilized by that. But eventually, I think Loki would probably end up in the wrong place and get squashed.
Das ist eine nette Truppe. Wir werden alle hier draußen sterben. Ihr hättet nicht herkommen sollen.